So what I'm here to tell you about is first, remember I told you that my neighbor had passed away? So one of the other neighbors, right when I was doing some artwork, he goes and says, "Did the neighbor pass away? Oh, he's still alive." Right when I'm doing artwork. And he says, "Yeah, I was outside." So I'm saying in my head, if you were outside, why are you asking me these stupid questions? So he drives away, comes back, drives away, comes back. He comes back 3 times. God says, don't let him take your energy. He's trying to bother you. And then the other neighbor comes out. So I'm like, 2 neighbors. And God said, this is the moment where you understand distractions are extremely heavy for those that are meant to do something with their life. Distractions are very, 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 very heavy for those that are meaning to do something with their life. And mind you, this neighbor is supposed to not even like me. I don't even talk to anyone. But the point I'm trying to make is this: focus on yourself at a rate that is unhuman. My second point, I was watching X-Men Apocalypse and X-Men Dark Phoenix, right? And I realized when you start a new movie or when you start a new story, certain characters just off of the nature of the storyline, certain characters have to die in order for the story to remain impactful, exciting, and emotionally thrilling. Certain characters have to die. It's not a I want, it's not a I wish. They have to. Why? Because newer characters have to arise. I don't know if you saw X-Men First Class, but what movies will do, what stories will do, they'll put characters in movies. Like I don't know if you all read comic books or read books, but you ever notice that the books is mad different from the movies? The books are always different from the movies, heavily. Not just because of finance purposes and they don't want to put more storyline in it. They're more different because the mind uses more energy to build an imagination when it has no visuals. Visuals allow the mind to rest a little. You don't have to look at things as much. You don't have anything to look at when you're reading. You just have words, and your mind will do the rest. So the point I'm trying to make is this: in the visuals of your life, what do you want others to see? What do you want to see? So back to the story. And in Dark Phoenix, Jean Grey kills Mystique, one of the main characters. You know, and she dies off. A lot of times in TV shows or in movies, the characters will die off in the dumbest ways because the director needs the character to die off to build a new storyline. And speaking of other superhero mythology, I was watching The Boys. And even in The Boys, I wasn't really watching it. I was watching a review on it, and they reviewed all the 4 seasons. And it kind of annoyed me because I'm like, why are all these characters dying off so quick in the dumbest way? And God was like, because the writers, they don't have much time. They only have 4 seasons. So when you don't have as much seasons as you want to have based on the networks and the corporations, if they don't allow you to have multiple seasons, you got to crunch up as much information that the book or the comic may have had, and you have to kind of condense it in a way that is unnatural to the natural storyline. That is what's happening in the timeline that we're in now. Time is going by so quick that God is condensing a lot of our story so the new story can come out clean. or come out the correct way. Get what I'm saying? So if that is the case, we have to let a lot of our past die off now. It might be in ways that don't make logical sense. It doesn't matter, because there needs to be space for the new. There has to be space for the new to exist. Otherwise, you're just going to end up in a rerun of the old storyline in the new world, which is it's futile. You're going to end up with the old storyline in a new TV show, and people are not going to watch your TV show. You're not even going to watch your TV show. You're going to say, is this a rerun? Is this a glitch? And God going to say, I tried to have you kill them off for the new show, and you didn't do it. Focus on yourself.